Okay, so what I'm going to have you do now is I'm going to have you do the deep squat. So what I want you to do is stand so that your feet are shoulder width apart with your toes pointing forward. And then I want you to place the dial on top of your head for me. And then slide your hands so that they make a 90-degree angle. Looks pretty good right there. And then you're going to press the dial above your head, straight up above your head. And then you're going to hold that there, and you're going to perform 3 deep squats in a row. Okay. Alright, so whenever you're ready, go ahead. Okay, so now what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you do the same thing, except I'm going to have you so that your heels are on the board. So if you can go ahead and stand back so that your heels are on the board. And then you're going to perform the deep squat, but keeping your heels on the board, making sure that they don't come up. So press the bar up above your head, and then go ahead and go. Okay, so now we're going to do the hurdle step. So what I want you to do is you're going to put your feet together so that your toes are right up against the board there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to be going one leg at a time, stepping over the band. And I have the band set at 50 because I measured the distance from the ground to tibial tuberosity. And what I want you to do then is place the bar so that it's behind your head, resting on your shoulders. Alright, and then slide your right hand in just a little bit. You want to make sure it's right over the crease in your elbow there. And then when you're stepping over, what I want you to do is make sure that you keep your hip, knee, and ankle in line, and then you're going to touch your heel on the ground and then bring it back to the starting position. Okay, and you're going to do that 3 times in a row. Alright, so go ahead, whichever leg you want to start with. Okay, so now we're going to do the lunge step test. So what I want you to do is you're going to put one foot so that your toe is at the 0 mark, and then the other toe so that that your heel is at the 50, because that was the distance between the floor and your tibial tuberosity. Okay, and then make sure that your toes are pointing forward. So, okay, looks good. Alright, and then what I want you to do is you're going to put the dial behind your back so your left leg's in front, so your right arm is going to be at the top and your left arm at the bottom. And what I want you to make sure to do is your hand should be up against, get back in the position. Okay, so your hand will be against your neck, and then your bottom hand will be against your lower back. And then you want to make sure that the dial is touching the back of your head, the back of your mid-back, and your sacrum. Okay? And you're going to perform 3 lunges, bringing your knee to the board, your back knee to the board. So whenever you're ready, go ahead. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do your other leg. So go ahead and put your toes so that they're touching the ground, or touching the 0, and then your heel of the other foot is touching the 50. Okay, and then you're going to switch arms, so your left arm will be at the top and your right arm will be at the bottom. Good. So making sure that the hand is against the neck, lower back with the other hand, and that you're keeping the dial against your head, your upper back, and your sacrum. Alright, and then whenever you're ready, go ahead. Now, so I'm going to take a measurement of your dominant hand now. So I'm going to go from the crest of your wrist here to the tip of your third digit, and you're at 18. Okay, so then what I want you to do is put your arms out so you're in like a T. And then what I want you to do is bring your thumb in and then curl your other hands around. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring one hand over your head and behind your back, and then the other hand just straight up behind your back. Alright, so whichever hand you want to go first. And then go ahead. And then I'm going to measure between her fists. Okay, and then go back to the starting position for me. And then go ahead and go again. And then I'm going to take the measurement. Alright, and then go ahead and go to starting, and then go one more time. Okay, and then relax. Alright, and then what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing except with the opposite arm on the top and the other arm on the bottom. Okay? Alright, so go to starting position for me, and then go ahead and go. Take the measurement. Okay, and go to starting position, and then go ahead and go again. Okay, and starting position, and then go again. Okay, alright, relax. Okay, so now we're going to do the clearing test for shoulder mobility. So what I want you to do is take one arm and put your hand on your opposite shoulder, and then lift your elbow straight up. Any pain with that?
No.
Okay, and then gonna go ahead and then put that arm at your side, and then put your other arm against your shoulder, and then go ahead. Any pain with that?
No.
3.
Alright, so now we're going to do the active straight leg raise test. So what I want you to do is slide so that the back of your knees are in the middle of the board. So go ahead and slide up for me. Okay, and then go ahead and lay back for me. And then I want you to put your feet so that they're together. Alright, now I'm going to measure from ASI's. Hey, ticklish. To mid patella. Split 50 more. Alright. Alright, so what I want you to do is you're going to lift your leg straight up, making sure that your knee doesn't bend and that you're not rotating your hips. And you want to make sure that you keep your other leg on the floor. And you're going to do this 3 times. Alright? So go ahead and go with your right leg. Or your left leg, sorry.
Yep, go for it. And one.
Other side, 3 times. Okay, so now we're going to do the trunk stability push-up. So what I want you to do is go ahead and lay flat on your stomach for me. Okay, and then I want you to have your arms so that they're shoulder width apart. And then I want you to bring your thumbs so that they're even with your chin. Alright, and then I want you to bring your toes so that they're flat on the ground. Good. Alright, and then what you're going to do is you're going to push straight up into a push-up, keeping everything in line. And then you're going to come back down. And you're going to do that 3 times. And you can go ahead and go up so that your elbows are bent if you need to start. Okay? So whenever you're ready. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to go onto your hands and you're going to press up your chest like that. Good. Any pain with that?
No.
Okay, and that would be the clearing test for the trunk stability push-up. Alright, so now we're going to do the rotary stability test. So what I want you to do is go so that you're on your hands and your knees, and on each side of the board. I want you to make sure that your thumbs are touching against the board, the inside of your knees, and then the inside of your feet. And then I want you to place your hands so that they're under your shoulders and your knees so that they're under your hips. Okay? Looks good. Alright, and then what you're going to do is you're going to bring your right arm and your right leg, you're going to extend them straight out, and then you're going to bring them together so that your elbow and knee touch, and then you're going to bring them straight out again, and then return to this starting position. And you're going to do that 3 times. Okay, so go ahead and try.
Okay, I can't do it. The other side?
Okay, so try the other side now. Okay, so now what I want you to do is, instead of doing the same side, I want you to do the opposite side. So you're going to do your right arm and left leg, and you're going to do that 3 times. Okay, so now you're going to do the other side, so other arm and other leg. Okay, so now what I want you to do is come off the board so that your whole body's off the board. And then I want you to sit back on your heels. So bring your hips back to your heels. And then extend your arms out. And bring your chin down towards your chest. And any pain with that?
No.
Okay.